Hey everyone, it's Bobby. I am here to share with you my next design team project for Country Craft Creations. And this is using, I believe it's Cardabella. It's called Happy Fall. And let me see. No, it's Echo Park. I always get them confused. There's so many of them that are pretty. It's just really gorgeous paper. It's called Happy Fall. And this is all from Country Craft Creations. I had the collection, the ephemera, the enamel dots, and then I had some of the spectrum papers that are striped on one side and dots on the other. Really, really pretty papers. So I had already posted one project. Excuse the mowing man, he just showed up and it's quite noisy. But I want to get this posted before the storms hit because as they now tell us, Marco is not going to pose the Houston area and South Texas much of a problem, but they're now looking at the one behind it, which is called Laura, and we may get some severe damage from that, so I want to make sure I get this posted so y'all will have it. This is just a small folio, and I don't remember the measurements. Let me see real quick. It is 6 by 8. That's the finished size. And I have used the ephemera on the front, and I just cut out a couple leaves with the die I had in my stash. I have 3 of the enamel dots up here at the top, and I used the spectrum paper around to pop out the papers. I just have the burgundy on the side, and this is the Artisan burgundy, and I put one of the puffy stickers there. Oh, I did have the puffy stickers too, I forgot to tell you that. And then the back is just the Artisan burgundy. So on the front, like I said, I have the ephemera. This is from the chipboard page, and this little tree is from the puffy stickers as well as the pumpkin. And then I had this grass dye in my stash, and I just punched it out in 2 of the different colors. So this is actually your closure. It opens like this. You have room for journaling or a photo here. The album opens out like this, and this actually pulls out. And then you can journal here, put a photo, or vice versa. And I haven't put anything on the back as yet. I'm trying to hurry and get this done so I can get it posted before the storms. So on the left-hand side, let me make sure I'm in frame here because I might need to back this out a little bit. There we go. Let me close it again, make sure you got a good view of the front because I did have that kind of like this. And that is the way it looks when it's closed. I think I had my camera kind of close. Okay, so on the left hand side, when you open this out, I can't tell if, there, it looks like you can see it. This is a double magnet here. It just lifts off and it opens. You have a pocket on both sides with a small photo mat, and I just did a little embellishing around the edge just to give it a little more interest and dimension. And these are 2 of the ephemera, and then from the ephemera pack I just have a couple little pieces in each one of these pockets. Then these flaps lift up, and you have plenty of room for embellishments. This is one I did on a previous project that wouldn't fit in my collection, or wouldn't fit in my project. And then I have a double photo mat here, which I've given some dimension to. One of the chipboard accents, and then it's just plain on the back for journaling. This is a larger one, and I did have some pictures laying out here I was going to show you. When you do the, use your scoring board and give dimension to it, look how much it makes your picture stand out. Doesn't that look pretty? So that goes in here, and I have used a couple of dies with some pieces from the chipboard sheet. The bear, the pumpkin, and the little tree limb. So these just slide back in here. And this closes up. Alright, and then I made a tag here that's separate, and it kind of reminds me of a ball jar, although it's not really. I tied some twine around the top. I have a little doily and some dies from my stash, a few flowers and leaves, and then a couple pieces from that hot glue strings. I hate the way it does that. And this little ephemera piece, As Fall Is in the Air. And this one says my favorite season. And then on the back I just have a photo mat with a little bow and a heart, and I had this glitter cardstock in my stash. So on the right hand side, make sure I'm in frame here, I have to keep looking, I have a belly band, and there's room here for more, let me find where you can put more things up under it. And then in the pocket I have made a little small folder. It says leaves are falling, autumn is calling, and I just used some sequins from my stash and one of the chipboard pieces, and I did emboss this white just to give it more dimension. I need to put a pearl or something up there because I didn't put any string on it. And then on the inside we have room for 2 photos and journaling spots. Just says thankful and blessed, and this is also from the ephemera. And then on the back I have a little pocket with this ephemera piece, and I just have one of the tags says 'tis the season to be folly, and a couple of the ephemera pieces. So that's my little project. I thought it turned out really cute. I'm very happy with it. So I hope you all like it. Let me know what you think. And I am getting really close to 5,000 subscribers. So when I get to that point, I will be having a giveaway, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But you will need to be a subscriber in order to qualify for the giveaway. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take our 2 8x7 pieces, and we're going to score both of them at 1 inch with the 7 at the top of your scoreboard. Score each one at 1 inch. Then we will burnish these, and we're going to add these 2 together just to make our little base. And I want to take, this one is going to fit inside. Actually, it's going to go on the outside. And I'm going to trim just a hair off of this so I don't have any overhang, just a smidge. And then when we put our design paper on the outside where it's joined will be covered. And actually, you know what, by the time, yeah, that will work. Okay, let's add a little art glitter glue to that. And I think before I do that, I'm going to take just a smidge off the edge, just to make sure I don't have any overlap. So I'm just going to take a very scant piece off. I think that needs to be replaced. I need to put a new blade in that. It's getting a little sluggish. So I will do that before I cut anything else. Okay, let's add our art glitter glue to this. Glue likes to mess with me. I can't tell if it's coming out the way the lights are hitting on it. Here we go. So let's slide this up under there and line up your top and bottom. And stay away from your score line just a smidge. And then we're going to take these 3 1-inch pieces and glue them together and put them right inside And I'm going to take just a hair off of the length. Just a tiny, tiny smidge, so that they don't hang over. And I want to just stack them one on top of the other, just to give that spine a little bit more support. I'm sure you've seen ones that always want to collapse on you. And one more. And I thought rather than use chipboard, I would just use the Artisan in the same color. That way you don't have to worry about exposing any raw edges of a different color that you don't want to see. Now let's see if that's not going to be too long. I just want it to be barely inside. And I'm going to take just another little smidge off of the length. That'll be perfect. And I'm just going to glue it right in that spine. See where my score lines are. Now that should give me the stability I need. And I'm just going to bend it up and reinforce my score lines there to give me a good little shape. See, now that makes it hold its shape better, much better. Then when we put our design paper on here, that raw edge will be covered. Okay, the next thing we have is, did I cut my other piece? I thought I did. Where did I lay it? Well, alright, hold on one second here. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to add these pieces to the inside. The first thing I want to do is add the two, I think these are the 9x4. 8x4, sorry, I don't know where I got, oh, the right side is 9x4. Okay, these are going to go right along the inside here, and I'm going to taper just a tiny. I try to cut just a hair short of the 8, but just to be safe that I don't have any hangover, I will trim just a smidge off of these edges. And I'm going to attach them with the Artisan. Get rid of the rest of this for the moment. And I'm going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. So just flatten it to your 1/2 inch. Now these are scored at 1/2 and 3/4. So we're just going to attach the 1/2 inch. Oops. Right along the edge. And you're going to need 2 magnets for this project. One for the closure and one for this section right here. So we're going to add this right inside this edge. And we're going to burnish it down. Reinforce your 1/4 inch so that you'll have a little pocket here. Okay, and we'll put the other one just inside the fold for the spine. turn it this way so I can see my fold. Just inside the fold. Burnish that down. Reinforce your 1/4 inch. And there's going to be a magnet closure here. And then for the top and bottom we have 2 pieces that are 5.5 by 3, again scored at 1/2 and 3/4, and you don't have to angle these because we're just going to kind of ballpark where center is. They won't go completely side to side. And these are going to be what keeps our pieces from falling out. So let's get that up against the edge here and leave ourselves a little margin on each side. Reinforce your 1/4 again. And burnish this. And we have one more. There it is. So again, glue on the 1/2 inch. Ballpark it again, giving yourself a little space on each side. And these will close over the top of that. And then we'll have a magnet closure, and I'll use one of the chipboard embellishments for that. And then on this side we have the 9 by 4, and it is going to sit here. And we're not going to cover this one with design paper just yet because this is going to house our closure for the front cover, and you'll see what I mean here in a little bit. But I just want to eyeball these and make sure they match. Okay. Forgive the inky fingers, I always have ink all over me. I have mitered my corners here and angled the top so that I can glue this down. And I'm not going to notch this one because it wouldn't show anyway once I get the embellishing done. Normally I like to put a notch in the pockets, but this time I don't need one. Under here. No, I didn't. Okay, let me turn it around where I can see my corners. Match that one up. And this one. Oops. A little bit off beam there. A little bit out of center there. Let me match this one first. Okay, now this one. Here we go, that's better. Oops. Let's burnish these down. Get these edges right. Okay, that is our basic folio. Now you will see as we go along exactly what's going to happen here, but it's going to be very, very cute. Okay, I've got to cut some design paper and I will be back. Okay guys, here's where we are on the cover. And put this tape up. I needed to get some papers down so that I could show you how I'm going to do the closure. So I went ahead and added my papers to the inside. This is the magnet. I haven't finished the inside yet. Still have that to do, and I have a double magnet here with one of the ephemera. And And then I covered the pocket with a little belly band, and I just added this here. It's one of the ephemera, and I put some of the Burgundy Artisan behind it. But how the cover is going to go is I made this, and this is on your cut list. I think it's 10 or 10 and a half, but it's on your cut list. And it's scored so that it's going to, and I added 3 little pieces of cardstock in there. And this is going to sit down close to the bottom, and it's going to attach with a magnet right here. Now this check is going to go on here. Like that. Actually, I can put that on there now. Let me go ahead and put that down. But my magnet has to go on top of this. I don't want it down too deep, otherwise it'll not hold all the layers. So I used the Burgundy Artisan on all of the outside. And then I'm going to put this teal gingham here. Just like that. Now, time for the magnet, and I have it attached to the back side with some score tape. This is going to slide up under here because I want this down towards the bottom, just offset a little bit. See, and that's why the magnet has to go through all of this. Then this is going to go up at the top. That's why this is going to the bottom. And then I have this Farm Fresh pumpkin sign. So that's the game plan. So let's get our magnet on here. Want it down close to the bottom. Like that. Let me press it into place. I don't think it caught. It didn't. Don't want it down that far. Oh, it's not catching. Okay. I'm going to have to, I wanted to use this one so I could finish up that set, but it's not going to work, so let me open up a new package and get a positive. Wrong drawer. Open up a new package because I need a positive and that one was a negative. Well, I guess I need a negative. I don't know what I need. It's late, I'm getting tired, I think. Yeah, negative's what I needed. I must have had 2 positives. I thought I had 2 negatives. Let's take this off. And we're going to get this down close to the bottom. And press this into place. Now that should hold. It did. Yay. Okay, now we can put this one in place. Okay guys, I want to share with you what my plans are for the rest of the inside. On this left-hand side, I had shown you the magnetized piece there, and I actually ended up using 2 magnets there, and I have 2 magnets under here, and I haven't covered the inside of that yet. But as I showed you, this is your closure, and this will be the front of the album. I just think it's really, really cute. I really like it. And I can further embellish it. Maybe I'll just see what I've got left when I get to that point. This is from the chipboard accents. This is the greenery is from a die I had in my stash, and the pumpkin and the tree are from the puffy stickers. So anyway, you saw this side, and I have an insert here I can make, and we can tuck more things up under this belly band as well. Then I need to back this, but when you open this, here's my game plan. I'm going to have yellow on the inside with a little pocket at the bottom, and both sides will be the same. And then I've added the burgundy spectrum paper to these 2 tabs, and I think I will put a small photo map and a journaling spot on each of those. And then on the inside, I have continued with the brown from the top all the way through. And I cut out a couple circles with some dies that I had in my stash, and I'm going to put the bear with the tree limb and maybe a pumpkin, maybe a little pumpkin down here, or I've got this little pot of flowers. I don't think he looks right there. Looks like he belongs inside instead of outside. But I'll think of something to put down there to kind of blend that all together. I don't want to leave the tree limb just hanging out there. Then I need to put something up here at the top to fill in the yellow so it's not so what appears naked to me. So I will get all these glued down and get my embellishments in place, and then I'll come back and I'll explain to you what I've done and why. That way, if you have the same papers and you want to make yours like mine, you can. But if you have different paper, that's fine too. The only right way to make it is what pleases you. That's the way I look at it. So that is what I'm going to do with mine, and I will be back shortly. Oh, and I did take an old Martha Stewart punch that I had in my stash, and I punched out a little border to go across the top of this, kind of bring the brown out this way. Okay, that's my game plan. I'll be back shortly.